Everyone is talking about AI, every single industry, every single platform, every single conference. And if you run some sort of an HVAC company, you must be wondering, what exactly has AI got to do with me? Now, you must be wondering, AI should be more for tech companies, not for someone who repair or fix furnaces, and not for someone who goes out with a technician and who simply fixes up the ventilation system or the heating system. But here's exactly what's happening. Those HVAC companies which are implementing AI right now, they are answering the calls which you're simply missing. They are renewing those agreements which you simply let go away. And they are following up with those leads which you simply forgot about. Not because they work harder, it's simply because they've got systems to do that. They've got systems that run on autopilot while they just simply sleep. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how HVAC businesses, companies are implementing AI into the company as of now. Of course, no hype, no jargon, just showing you what exactly is working. And if you have never touched AI, this video is going to be a go-to choice. This is the only video that you have to watch to first of all implement AI into your company. So first of all, it's really important for us to understand the numbers, because a business is not a business if the numbers haven't been outlined correctly. So first of all, the point is clear. 35% of the calls, they simply go unanswered. These are those individuals who are ringing your company, who are out there interested in potentially getting your service, who have got money in their hand, who want to pay you, but their calls are simply getting unanswered. And this number concludes during the hours as well as after the hours. And secondly, 62% of those calls are getting unanswered after the hours. So let's say your company operates from 9 to 5, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And after 5 p.m., you don't have any sort of representative to handle those calls. So what's going to happen? Of course, since you have got no individual to handle those calls, they are just going to go into voicemail. So let's say if you're spending thousands of dollars on your marketing engine, whether it's SEO, it's LSA, Google Ads, Meta Ads, you name it, anything along the lines where you're already investing money into the marketing to acquire those leads. You're spending somewhere around $50 or $100 to acquire one single lead, only one entrusted lead over here. Now, if you don't have a system to further attend those calls, then that's the point. Let's say you've got a bucket. In that bucket, you're pouring water in that. And if the bucket has got a hole in that, the water is just never going to reach the particular line of the filling mark. So this is the main bottleneck over here. Over here, it's not a marketing problem. It's the system problem that you don't have a proper system to capture those leads. So it's a capturing problem. Now, thirdly is the voicemail abandonment. 85% of those callers who reach voicemail, they just never call you back. This is a simple psychology. And now understand this concept. Let's say a person's AC broke down, okay, at 9 p.m. They just open on Google that, which is the nearest HVAC company near me. And let's say 5 companies actually popped up. They called the first company, which is most probably is you. And you just didn't attend the call because you're founder of the company, you must be doing something else. You must be sleeping or doing something else. But you just never picked up the call. Then they call another person. And that person didn't pick up the call either. And the third person, that person also, let's say, didn't pick up the call. And the fourth person actually picked up the call. Now that person got the deal. He must have got a couple £100 or thousands of pounds, depending on was that a repair or was that a fresh installment. Now over here, the person who's actually calling these different companies, he is not, or he or she is not going to leave any sort of voicemail at all, because all he cares about or she cares about is to solve the problem as soon as possible. That's how quite simple it is. Quick pause. If you're watching this video, you already know that missed calls is costing you money, but what exactly you don't know is how much. Most business owners, they typically get somewhere about a couple $1,000 every single month. But what exactly they don't know is it's costing them 5 figures, 6 figures, and even 7 figures every single year. That revenue is gone just because you haven't attended those calls. Now, what exactly we have put together is the revenue leak report. We look at your call volume, your missed call rate, and your average job or client value, and show you the exact numbers that you're losing every single month from the calls that you are not picking up. And if an AI voice agent makes sense for your business, we're going to show you what exactly exactly that looks like for your own company. And if it doesn't, we're going to tell you that one as well. So all you have to do is you're going to book the call for the revenue leak report. It's going to be down in the description. You can check it out. 30 minutes only. Just understand what exactly are you losing every single month. Because the longer you don't know the numbers, the longer you keep losing it. Now, the very first use case we're going to be talking about, which is one of the most popular thing out there in the home service industry, specifically HVAC as well, is going to be AI voice receptionist. First, I would like you to watch this quick demo on how exactly this AI receptionist sounds before going into the depth further. So let's actually get started with it. So this is one of the number I've got. I'm just going to ring this number. Let's see.
Thanks for calling Comfort Matters Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How can I help you today?
Hey there, I'm actually looking forward to have some sort of AC repair because the AC is on cool mode. However, it's throwing warm air towards the house.
Right. Got it. We can definitely help with that AC blowing warm air. Is this at a residential address in the Twin Cities metro area?
That's correct.
Great. We service that area. Let me grab a few details so we can get you on the schedule and send a confirmation email. What's your full name?
It's Moiz Khurram.
Thanks, Morris. And what's the best phone number to reach you at?
So the best phone number is definitely going to be the one I'm actually calling you from. And just for information, the name is Moiz.
Right. Thanks for spelling that. So your full name is Moiz Khurram, correct?
That's correct.
Perfect. Thank you, Moiz. Great. What's the best email address for you so I can send over your appointment confirmation?
Best email address is going to be Moiz, Moiz, at SELENICAI.com.
Thanks. Let me read that back to be sure I've got it right. MOIZ at SELENICAI.com. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Perfect. Thank you. What's the service address where we'll be coming out?
So the address is going to be 3032 14th Avenue, and it's going to be Minneapolis, and it's going to be 55405.
Got it. So I have 303 214th Avenue in Minneapolis, zip code 55405. Just to confirm the issue, you need AC repair because the system is set to cool, but it's blowing warm air into the house.
That's
correct. Is there
correct.
anything else the technician should know about what it's doing or when it started?
No, that's pretty much it. Just add a note that when you reach the house, just call me instead of ringing the bell because my kids are actually sleeping.
Got it. I'll note to call you on arrival instead of ringing the bell because the kids are sleeping. Do you have a preferred date for the appointment?
I would actually like the appointment to be on, let's say today, which is 30th of March. And let's say I want to have it for, let's say 7 p.m.
We'll do our best to get you in as soon as possible, but our standard windows are 8 to 12 and 12 to 5, with emergency service available after hours, not exact times like 7 p.m. Would you prefer today with a 12 to 5 window and a note requesting as late in the window as possible, or is another date better?
That's correct. So most probably in the morning now we can schedule the call. We can schedule the appointment. That works.
Perfect. I have everything I need. I am sending your confirmation email now with the morning appointment window and your note to call instead of ringing the bell. You should see that confirmation email at moiz@SELENICAI.com shortly with your morning appointment for AC repair and the note to call instead of ringing the bell. If anything looks off in the email, just update it through the confirmation link. Otherwise, once you tap confirm, our dispatch team will take it from there. Thanks for calling Comfort Matters, Moiz. We will take great care of you.
Actually see the email that I've just got, and you can see all the details over here. So it says my name. Hi Moiz, thanks for calling about your AC. Sounds like the system is running on cool mode, but pushing warm air instead of cold. A couple of more details. Now, these are the details over here. And of course, it also has got like a custom email over here with the stars, some company details, since when this company has been owned. And if I just click on confirm appointment, now this is one of the, let's say, the inbox for technicians, right? I've just taken a quick example over here. I'm going to see an email shortly over here which shows that towards the technician and the dispatch team that the appointment has been confirmed. Now see over here, I've got the new job confirmed, and this is what the internal team is going to see. These are the details. They're going to see all this, and if they want to push into their calendar or whatever, or any sort of system, this is something that is definitely possible. So they can just push these details over there as well. So this was the complete workflow when it comes to calling the lead and further making sure the appointment actually gets confirmed as well. Now this is exactly what an AI voice receptionist does. It's the exact replica of a human receptionist, but the fact is such that it handles your calls 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days an year. Now, it handles your calls within 2 seconds. So whenever a person calls on the specific number that's on your website or whatever form or on any of the specific post, the agent answers the call within 2 seconds. Another fun part over here is, let's suppose you've got one specific representative. That individual can only handle one call at a time. Now, this sort of an agent has got a maximum capability to handle 20 plus calls at a time. So what exactly it does, it greets the caller. It makes sure that are they qualified or not. If that's not qualified, it's just going to mark it as not qualified in your CRM. Thirdly, it actually collects their details, their name, which location, their email, their phone number, what sort of service they're interested in. It further understands if that issue is urgent, when the specific meeting has to be booked, so on and so forth, and books the appointment directly into calendar, or it just simply notifies the dispatch team about it. So understand this. Let's say a homeowner AC dies at 9 p.m. They simply Google HVAC repair near me and just call your number. What exactly happens is AI picks up the call instantly. And this is exactly what it's going to sound like. Hi, thanks for calling company name. How can I help you today? Again, it's going to be answered in 2 seconds. What exactly it's going to do is it's going to collect the key details that your company typically requires. Then it's simply going to book the appointment. It simply schedules a particular slot that is going to be the best option that's going to be available for the individual to book in. Either it's going to be morning slot, and also sends a confirmation SMS as well directly to the homeowner as well. It can be SMS, it can be, let's say, email as well. And then of course, the dispatch team is just going to get notified about it. All the details are going to be delivered to your team, whether it's Slack, whether it's Discord, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's email, you name it, right? And your tech team just simply knows where to go and what sort of problem to solve over there. So in conclusion, what exactly it's going to do is, let's say your phone is the front door of your business. Every single time a person calls that specific phone, it's going to simply make sure that door is never locked. So it's not going to replace your team, but what exactly it's going to do is make sure that door is never locked. These individuals are those who have got a problem, who are struggling with some sort of an issue, who are ready to hand you over the money, but simply make sure that that door is always unlocked. And if you're not implementing this sort of a solution into your company, that specific person is just going to move to another competitor of yours whose door is most probably unlocked if they are implementing some sort of a service like this, some sort of an agent, some sort of a tool like this. And now let's talk about what exactly is this whole AI voice receptionist is going to replace. Now, this sort of a voice receptionist is just not going to answer your calls. It's definitely going to eliminate but most importantly, some costly problems that just drain your revenue every single month. As discussed previously, the voicemail that nobody uses. Again, 85% of those callers, they just simply hang up without leaving any sort of a message. That lead is just gone forever. You have paid your money to generate it. You have spent a good amount on the marketing, on let's say LSA, Google Ads, or whatever marketing engine you've got. You've spent a good amount on that. And if you don't have some sort of a system to take that specific lead and make sure that lead simply gets into a particular booked meeting, you're just wasting money. You're just wasting resources. That's it. Now, another thing I want to talk about is going to be the after hours answering service. This one is actually the most important thing. I'm just going to take the same analogy I've used actually in the past slide. You've got a person who's got a notepad and a pen in his or her hand. What exactly it does is after the hours, let's say after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., whenever a lead comes into the specific door, it just simply write the detail and just simply say the owner or the specific person is going to call you back or follow up with you, let's say tomorrow or day after tomorrow. At the end of the day, it's doing nothing apart from noting down the details. Now, noting down the details is like it's a child's show. It's not something that is solving a significant problem, because at the end of the day, those details are not going to matter to you if you're not booking any sort of calls. There are a lot of companies out there. I don't want to name them out specifically. Let's say now, thirdly, it's going to be the CSR is already on another call. As I mentioned previously, let's say your customer service representative is already on a particular call. Let's say, again, one person can only handle one call at a time. It can't handle 20 plus calls. But what exactly this sort of an agent does, it has got the capability to handle up to 20 calls and actually more than that. So in that way, you don't have to hire 20 different people to handle 20 different individuals at once in case your company has got a huge influx of leads coming in through the pipeline. So that's the point. This thing becomes really good if you're scaling a company exponentially as well, and you're spending a good amount on the marketing. Fourthly, of course, is super simple. Again, it's really important for CEOs and founders of the companies to actually live like a founder and CEO. They're not supposed to be doing any sort of SDR work or any sort of virtual assistant work. That's the point. It shifts the whole operation. A business owner should be more into working on the business rather than in the business. It's a huge difference over here. Let's say a company is getting 150 calls a month. We're going to take a conservative approach. They're getting, let's say, missing 40% of those calls at an average £1,000 job value. Now, that simply concludes to $700,000 every single year just lost in potential revenue. Those leads which rang your doorbell, but nobody was there to attend them. Nobody was there to have any sort of engagement out with them. Now, with these sort of AI voice receptionists, they can be easily integrated with your current system, whether you're using Service Titan, House Call Pro, Jobber, Google Calendar, whatever scheduling system you've got, it can easily integrate into that one as well. Again, this document link is going to be description. You can check it out. All these sort of integrations is definitely possible. So whatever CRM you use, whatever finance platform you use, whether it's Stripe, Square, anything you name it, it can simply get integrated with your current system as well. Now, you spend a good amount of time on watching this video. What now? You do have the concepts on how you can implement AI into your company when it comes to calling. All you have to do is, first of all, identify the biggest leak. Is it after our calls that you're struggling with? Is it dead leads? Is it expiring maintenance agreements? Just pick the one that's costing you the most right now. If you're spending a lot of money on, let's say, on Google Ads, LSA, whatever, you need some sort of an agent who can handle those calls at scale, right? Or let's say if you feel like you have got a lot of leads which are dead, which needs some sort of re-engagement, then you probably have to use this second use case of lead reactivation. And thirdly, again, expiring the maintenance agreements, if they're coming to a particular point, you want to make sure that you are following up with those specific individuals and potentially getting the renewal and reviving those agreements for sure. Again, this document is going to be in the description. Check it out. You can just simply run the calculator over here. Just understand what sort of numbers are we looking at. Just take out how many calls you're missing per month. What's the missed call rate? What's the average job value? Just simply understand the numbers over here. Again, a business is not a business if it doesn't know the numbers. Thirdly, decide your next step. Now, this is important. You understand AI. You want to implement it in the company. What next? Ask yourself, can you simply solve it with a simple tool? Simple as that. Can you solve it? Yes or no? If you can't, does it need a proper AI system? Do you need to have a proper AI system, or you're happy spending $1,000 on, let's say, after our calling service, or paying your current VA who can only handle one call? It depends on you. And thirdly, Do you need someone to build it? If you need someone to build it, you can just simply book a call over here. Again, we're more than happy to discuss the potential opportunity out on how exactly we can further implement AI into the company and where exactly are the leakages that we're looking at. And of course, what sort of systems are we going to be looking at? So it's a call that you can book and we're not charging anything for it. So it's a free rundown call that you can book and get your whole audit done. So 30 minutes, straight up to you. So that was pretty much it from my side. Hopefully you took some nuggets, some golden nuggets from this sort of a video. And as always, I'm staying far and I'm always rooting for you. Have a good one.